Kia ora and no mai haere mai. Another talking point for time series data is going to be what is known as a seasonal effect. And what those are, they are short-term patterns in the data that occur regularly at particular times of the year, day, week, etc. If we go back to this example we looked at with our trend, we see here that along the week, we see a pretty consistent low at the beginning of the week, a spike, and then a little up and down, and then a peak, a drop, up and down. That would be what's known as a seasonal effect. Again, that seasonal effect is a regular short-term pattern in the data that occur regularly at particular times of the day, week, etc. Some examples of seasonal effect might be fluctuations in sales of clothing throughout the year due to different seasons, like more clothing sales like around Christmas time, around the holidays. Power usage at different times of the day, maybe being higher as the sun sets. Number of sports injuries at a hospital emergency department on different days of the week, etc. Let's look at some examples of seasonal effect. So the following time series, talking about what we already know around trend, we see from the beginning to the end an increasing trend of Sydney to Auckland flights. Now looking along week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and week 5, we do see, so here's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It looks like on Saturday, we see a spike in flights from Sydney to Auckland every week. Saturday, there's a spike. It looks like on Wednesday of every week, there is a low. Like Wednesday is the least popular day to fly from Sydney to Auckland, okay? So here we can see two peaks at the start of each week, suggesting an increase in passenger numbers on Mondays and Fridays, with a drop in passenger numbers on Wednesdays of each week. And these are shown every single week. So whenever we see a repeating pattern, that's known as a seasonal effect. And when we think seasons, we think, oh, there's spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Yeah, those are the seasons, but it could be every week a pattern, every month a pattern, etc. All right. So because a pattern occurs each week, so it's a seasonal or regular variation in our time series. Are there any seasonal patterns in this? We see data along every month, and there's not. We do not see a consistent repeating pattern because there's not enough data to identify any repeating pattern in the graph. We would need data over further years to see if the peak over December and January and the drop towards June, July continued to form a regular pattern. So with this graph, we did see a regular repeating pattern from week 1 to week 5. There was a consistent low and a high. Where in this one, we have 1 year's worth of data, and there's just not enough in here to tell if that July trough happens every year, nor is there enough years worth of data to tell if this December, January peak is also the same. Okay, there's going to be some patai for you to try as Mahikuna. Here we see a regular repeating pattern known as a seasonal effect. Please decide which one of those is correct, and that'll bring us to seasonal effects part 2. And there's going to be a few more patai for you. I'll be right back. We're going to talk about unusual features, which is going to be the third talking point of time series data. Be right back.